again. This is Uptown, Minneapolis. 25th Street in Girard. I will be up to Hennepin here in a block. I have the GoPro mounted on my helmet, so I have no idea how well you can hear me. Go down Hennepin, you can see everything's boarded up. Well, not everything. People seem to be going about their business. Over here, they're donating food to people that need food. So on June 1st, restaurants were allowed to open with outdoor seating and proper social distancing. So you see some businesses open. So we're 2 blocks from Lake Street. I have to admit, I do not know if bicycles are authorized in this bus lane or not, but I don't think the buses are running. Boarded up here. We're almost to Lake Street. I think I'm going to do the pedestrian crossing because traffic is pretty gnarly. Mix it up with traffic in some of these spots. best way to ride. So this is Uptown. We're now heading east on Lake Street, and we're gonna go into what's called the Lynn Lake neighborhood. So this street is usually super active while these businesses are open, but since the COVID-19 stuff, a lot of businesses haven't been open. So it's probably just safer for a lot of these businesses to board up and try to protect. Try to protect themselves. Stop that. Okay, this is the Lynn Lake neighborhood. Linda is just a few blocks up. Actually, my YouTube channel does not qualify for live streaming. I thought I got a notification that does. So I guess you're just gonna have to get these clips. But I do have the GoPro and it's constantly on, so I will upload this whole video. It's probably gonna be a long one. So technically not supposed to ride on the sidewalk here, but I'm not gonna stream on my phone and ride in the street. So there's the speedway that's burned out. So this is the first burned out building I've seen. Alright, I'll go ahead and upload some more once I get to some more stuff. Also, keep in mind I will upload my entire GoPro footage, so it's probably going to be well over an hour, maybe a couple of hours. I have extra batteries and everything. I could also break it into multiple videos. We'll see.
There's nothing in there. I did it. There's nothing in there.
donations. Nice. Well, it's good they're saying people live in these buildings, because they do live upstairs, some of these businesses. So oh yeah, here's the Wells Fargo that was burned out. Oh, I don't want to be fenced in here. Oh, I got room.
Alright, cool.
Oh yeah. So, is that a subway? Yeah, that's a subway got burnt out. I actually saw that on the Unicorn Riot channel as it was happening live. Wells Fargo over here is all burned out. Don't know if you can see with the sun. Pretty crazy. That I believe is the bus building. Oh, okay, we have the subway over here. This whole strip mall that was burned out. I actually saw that happen on Unicorn Riot live as it was going on. Over here, same thing. This is the Wells Fargo. Trying to block the sun if I can. Suppose I could always ride and come from a different angle. So this is Nicollet and 31st and Nicollet and Lake Street behind me. Can you get through that way?
Yeah,
like under the bridge?
Okay. Well, we didn't go that far, but it looks like people were walking like through that way.
Oh, okay. I was told we can get through if you're trying to get to the other side. So a lot of these road closures, at least I thought they were because of the highway construction, but maybe they did it because of this stuff and left them closed. Yeah, let's see. Handlebars are too wide. Ideally, I want to get back on Lake Street. the beginning of the whole riot. I need to find a safe spot to put some sunscreen on. I think I'll take this little shady spot right over here. Gotta be vigilant around here anyway. In case anyone's wondering. Hold on. Anyway, in case anyone's wondering, I am legally armed. I have a permit to have a firearm, and trust me, I'm not doing this without some personal security. Alright, let's get back on the road. Shell station's burned out over there. Car wash is in operation over here. That's so strange. It seems very peaceful. I don't even see protests anywhere. Thought I would see some protests going on. Oh wow. Oh. crazy. I've never seen such carnage. This is Chicago. US Bank. Jeez. So the Midtown Global Market is virtually untouched. US Bank is toast. Gutted. Family Dollar. Done. Lake Street is just devastated. The first police car that I've seen cruising. We did see those two earlier that were in full sirens going somewhere, but that police car was doing its patrol. Kind of funny is I was going to do an urban ride on the low side. I was going to include like some wall rides, stairs, just fun stuff. But this right here is your first urban ride on the low side. A little bit different story. And it makes you wonder where all the National Guard are stored out. They probably sleep because they know they're going to be up all night. Ywca, a very popular place in this neighborhood. I'm glad it's still good. They help a lot of people out there. Here over on the left is the target that was looted. This is the intersection where most of the carnage. This is the 3rd precinct coming up. I think we found some protesters. Go see what they have to say.
Whatever you want to, bro. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. Baby girl. Baby girl. I hear you. I see you. And I love you.
It's so hard.
You hear me? What's your name, sweetheart? Allah? Salam alaikum, sister. Thank you, my sister. I love you, baby. I'm gonna fight for you, you hear me? George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. You got it, Anya. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. If you're coming down here to sign the stage, don't leave after you signed it, because that means you haven't taken the oath yet. Come on down here and sign the stage. Come on down here and sign the stage if you ain't signed it yet. And if you haven't taken the oath, just stay by the stage. And I'm gonna tell y'all something like this. I'm probably one of the craziest people you've ever met in your life. I really am. But I love y'all to death. And I'm gonna fight for y'all until I die. I'm not here to be killed, y'all, I promise you that. This fight is going to be seen all the way through. And I promise you, when we get to the other end, I'm gonna be standing with y'all. We're gonna walk up this mountain together, you hear me? Hand in hand, you hear me? Because Martin Luther King spoke this up a long time ago. Did y'all know that English is a language of spells? Yes, sir. Y'all ever wonder why when you say something that happens, you be like, man, I'm gonna have a great day today. And you see it. You be like, man, I hope I find some money today. And you walk outside and find $10. It's because this language is a language of spells. It's a Germanic language of spells. That's why when Martin Luther King said, I'm not gonna make it to the mountaintop with you, he didn't. But he said that this fight will never end. He said that one day he was gonna be hand in hand. The nothing head Negroes and the straight hair blacks. He's gonna be standing hand in hand, singing to the tune of that old Negro spirit. Here at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. That's what you are saying.
Let's go see where this all started. I'm not sure. Go ahead. Okay, this is the auto zone where it all started. And over here, kitty corner, that's the 3rd precinct. So there's the Target and the strip mall next to it. This whole intersection is toast. And all the buildings behind here, there's a whole neighborhood or like warehouses and stuff behind here that's all burned out. Gotta watch out for suspicious people around. So we have like a little organized group that I filmed with the GoPro. It's like some kind of black leader leading that group. Looked pretty peaceful and cool. Alright, I'm trying to keep these relatively short. my god. The battery on this Hero 8 lasts a long time. It's only down to 43% after all this. I don't even know what businesses are over there. And this was definitely where the most damage occurred. Thursday and Friday night. Well, I think I'm gonna head up. This is Minneapolis and Lake Street. Didn't know what that was, some fast food place. So before I wrap up this video, looking straight ahead, this is east down on Lake Street, and I don't know if you can see in the GoPro, but way down there is the Lake Street Bridge or Marshall Street Bridge. What happens is Lake Street, once you cross the bridge, turns into Marshall, and that is St. Paul. And so there was a big standoff on that bridge. I want to say Saturday night, as a group of protesters wanted to cross, and St. Paul police and I think National Guard stopped them. So that was where all that action happened. It's probably about 10 blocks, 12 blocks straight ahead. And then behind me is west, and that is where the 3rd precinct is. And so just literally where I just came from, the 2 blocks back, was where most of the stuff came. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this section of the video, and I'm gonna try, let's see how much time I have before curfew. Okay, it's 5:17, curfew's at 8. I do not want to be out here after curfew. So I am going to head south to 38th and try to go see Cup Foods area. And that is where George Floyd was murdered, and I use the word murdered because that is exactly what happened. That police officer murdered that man. And I strongly believe that. There's no doubt in my mind. That officer had everybody telling him, except for his fellow officers who also need to be charged, he had everybody telling him that they need to get him off the ground. And George himself was telling him, I can't breathe. Police officers should not ignore pleas from people when they're saying their stomach hurts, when they're saying they can't breathe. That's when police officers need to go into the protect mode and protect that citizen. They're not authorized to kill him. So that's my statement on that. Let's go see if we can get to where. Minneapolis here, we're known for our many restaurants, many varieties, and you know, in all of this negativity, some of the positive news is seeing some of them reopen and seeing people there actually be able to eat and go there and support those businesses. June 1st they are allowed to have outdoor seating, and I believe indoor seating if they can set it up for 6 foot distance, 6 foot spacing. Guess I've never really realized that was there. Guess I'm not really into model trains either, but that's pretty cool. So as we're on 38th here, when we start getting closer to Chicago, that is where George Floyd was murdered. I love my city. We are powerful people here. People from out of state, the white nationalists, the haters, they're not gonna win. They will not win. They can come in here, try to disrupt the peaceful protest. I don't know if you can hear me very well because I'm sure there's wind going through the GoPro right now. This is a good test of the Hero 8. See how good the sound is. So I'm gonna cut off the video because there's not a whole lot going on right here. And I'll start it back up when I get closer to where Cup Foods is. And Cup Foods is spelled C-U-P-F-O-O-D-S. Not to be mistaken with Cub Foods, C-U-B-F-O-O-D-S, which is, the Cup Foods is a giant grocery store chain in this area. And I think it's actually owned by like a parent company, so it's even bigger than that. Cup Foods, C-U-P, is an independently owned little corner grocery store at 38th in Chicago. Alright, I'm gonna sign off and I'll be back on as soon as I get near there. So here's the tiny diner, so we're getting close. That place is cool. Yeah, it looks like my van. Pretty funny. Alright. I don't know if we can get through here or not. We'll see. Oh, awesome. This is it right here. respectful, I will get off and walk my bike. They came out witnesses here on here, all the way from Baltimore. Y'all make some noise here, make some noise here. We got peace. We got peace, we got prayer. We got something to say about problems too. But make sure y'all give it up for peace and good prayer.
I was like, is it short?
Go for it. That's alright. I fully expect to get stuck in here somewhere.
Do you need a mask, dude? I got an extra one.
Oh, I have one actually. You're right, I should put it up.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it.
I know it's hard to think about when you're first walking up. The air feels so good.
Yeah, and it's hot. I don't like wearing a mask because I don't like looking like a thug, but everybody's wearing them. Let's go this way.
If you have a rhythm problem, just stand there. If you're rhythmically challenged, because if you mess it up, I might mess up, we all get about unity. So if you catch the beat, catch it. So follow consent respect. Master showed me my throne, said it was mine for the taking. Failed to mention in exchange for my mind, I'd be breaking the pack. Faking and forsaken was mine. In exchange for some wax, but ain't no change in my mind. So the kids can get snatched, but no medical care. Let's have this hard to farewell, then I can buy the welfare. Then maybe I can farewell. Well, I know it ain't fair, so we just racing through the fields while they staging their minds. Climbing ladders, going nowhere, trying to stay in our mind. Communicate like a mind. We communicate like a mind. With our hands up. We communicate. With our hands up. They silence us with their possessions while they calling us mine. Because they still think that they own us. Built the country off our back and still don't think that they owe us. Now it's illegal to abort because they want to control us. They watching us like televisions, just remote when they hold us. But nothing can hold us. The mission's been the kids. We don't need you to control them. They're not to be sold. Don't sell me dreams that are lofty when you offer a bossy, snapping food on my table. But what will it cost me? Let's target the black woman. They know that we're saucy. And we bring opportunity and men. We bring women. We bring opportunity and men. We can't be men. Give us the independence part now. We don't need men. Just embrace community now. We don't see men.
So I'm going to move away from the speaker so you can hear me. Cooking food. So from back here, This Dragon Walk over here is where George Floyd was taken out of his SUV. Over across the street, Cup Foods over there was where he was murdered. And so this is the center of where the protests are, which makes complete sense. And the reason the 3rd precinct was targeted was that's the police precinct that covers this area. I don't know if that's where Chauvin is. I'm assuming it is. So
so give me change, set me free. These ropes are tight now, I can't breathe. They fear for the fear, cause the fear is in control. So give me change, takes more than me. So I'm too proud to beg, so I'm taking back what they stole.
We appreciate our for sharing the love and sharing the talent all the way from Baltimore. By way of Minnesota. Let's call my brother Nico out to the circle. Shout out to you all too.
The risk is higher. It's also prior to
What if we can just dump it in the...
I'm gonna put
all right. So for now, this is the shad life. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.